Hi friends, in today's video, I'm going to tell you the story of a dog who will do everything possible to save his owner from a supernatural being. No, not that dog, this one. This is a puppy named Indy, whose owner, Ben Leonberg, told a simple story about a haunted house, but told from the dog's perspective. So sit back and get comfortable, because in this video, I'm going to share you the story of
Welcome to Random Recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap the movie.
This little puppy is named Indy, a Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, whose owner is a guy named Todd, who suffers from a chronic lung disease. One night, Indy starts to feel a strange presence in the house, while Todd is bleeding from the mouth. Vera, his sister, calls him desperate. Indy gets worried without understanding what's happening, and at that moment, Vera arrives at the apartment and helps her brother. Todd is hospitalized, and when he's discharged, he decides to leave New York and go to his late grandfather's house in the woods. His sister calls him worried and scolds him for going to a faraway place when he's just gotten out of the hospital. Meanwhile, Indy witnesses a shadow with a hat behind the car. Todd tells his sister to calm down because he feels fine and hangs up on her. He gets in the car and heads to the house through the woods. Upon arriving at the house, a scared Indy keeps feeling a strange presence.
Come on, buddy. You coming on or not?
And now, on top of that, he hears a dog barking. The power goes out because of the storm, but Todd manages to fix it momentarily. Later, Todd talks to his sister again while watching a VHS of his grandfather, who used to film horror movies with his dog, which according to Todd ended up running away. Vera mentions to him that that house is haunted, and that's why his grandfather died. While they talk, Indy notices a shadow again that catches his attention. While checking what that shadow is, Vera asks Todd to call her immediately if he relapses again. The little dog walks through the entire house looking for the shadow, but he can't find it until he hears something moving. Todd appears but doesn't know what Indy is looking for. The next day, he and his dog go for a walk in the woods, where they pass by the family cemetery.
Yeah, I know. It's creepy. It's all my family buried under here.
Todd stops to pee, while someone appears behind Indy. That someone is the neighbor Richard, who warns them about the fox traps he set in the area. This guy mentions to Todd that it was he who found his grandfather after his death, and that the dog he had was never found. While they were talking, Indy looks at some eyes inside a tree trunk.
What is that?
After that, Todd tells Indy that he thinks the place is nice, although I don't think the little dog thinks the same.
Help! Help!
Later, Todd goes to Richard's house for a generator for the house. At that moment, Vera calls him to ask if Indy has been acting strange lately.
What do you mean?
Weird.
As if he were witnessing something that's not there, or smelling strange things. Because she read on the internet that dogs can sense when something is wrong. And she thinks that Indy might be able to sense if Todd is okay or not, but he doesn't pay attention to his sister. When Todd sets up the generator, Indy realizes that something is out there stalking them.
Hey!
Later, the little dog dreams of Todd's grandfather's dog trapped in the basement watching a dark creature that wants to go after him. The next day, Todd starts showing symptoms of his illness. Indy tries to warn him that there's something in the basement, but Todd doesn't pay attention to him and leaves the house asking him to take care of it. The dog gets sad and stays by the window waiting for Todd to come back. At night, Indy hears the grandfather's dog in the basement. At that moment, it appears to him and guides him up the stairs so that Indy can find its handkerchief. When he was about to grab it, the dog has a vision of what might have happened to Todd's grandfather. Someone goes up the stairs. The dog gets scared and hides under the bed, but it's only Todd, who seems unable to breathe well. Indy looks at him and notices that something is happening to him when the wound he has on his arm starts turning black. Indy tries to warn him, but Todd pulls him off the bed. Later, Indy dreams of walking through the woods looking for something, while a shadowy figure comes after him.
I'm scared.
Upon waking up, he hears a noise. The noise intensifies, which makes Indy go check what it is. When he goes down the stairs, he finds Todd in a trance state, banging his head against the basement door. A scared Indy wakes him up.
Come on. Back upstairs.
The next day, while Todd was watching his grandfather's videos, Indy notices that the grandfather seems to have had the same symptoms that Todd has. After that, Vera calls Todd to tell him that maybe she'll go see him over the weekend. But Todd starts getting aggressive with her and asks her to leave him alone. While they were talking, Indy hears the grandfather's dog, and upon following the voice, he sees a door opening by itself. Upon entering, he finds the grandfather's armchair, and upon seeing it, he has a vision of Todd's grandfather dying from the same illness that Todd has, while the entity traps both the grandfather and his dog. From the fright, Indy pees himself, and he realizes that there's something behind him. Later, Todd looks for the dog all over the house and goes down to the basement to see if he's there. He wasn't there, but out of nowhere, he appears scared and covered in mud. While bathing the little dog, Todd starts feeling bad and spitting blood again. Because of that, he goes to the hospital to get some tests done, and there the doctor tells him that his illness is very advanced and they can't do anything.
God damn it!
When Todd gets angry, Indy notices the dark presence coming for Todd. Richard finds Todd digging, looking for something, and warns him to stay away from there because that's where the fox traps are. Upon returning home, Todd decorates it with candles and plants, and at that moment, Indy witnesses how the entity blows out the candles. Todd starts crying and hugging his dog, not knowing how to deal with his illness. At night, the presence scares the dog again, but Todd calms Indy and sends him to sleep. Although he can't sleep because of the creature stalking him, upon seeing it, Indy decides to chase it. In the basement, a light starts flickering. Indy approaches the basement and hears someone calling him. But it was only a dream. Upon waking up, Todd grabs him. And this time, both Indy and he hear the strange noises. Indy starts growling, believing that the one grabbing him isn't Todd, and bites him. Todd gets upset and then faints. Indy realizes that the creature is with Todd, and when he was about to help him, the entity closes the door on him. The puppy looks at the bathroom window open, and it occurs to him to go out through there to run and ask Richard for help. But when he was about to arrive, Indy gets trapped in one of the fox traps. Scared, he tries to get out while someone approaches him. That someone was Todd, who scolds him for running away and chains him to a doghouse so he spends the night outside. Later, Indy notices that Todd is getting worse, and in the distance through the woods, a fox appears, which distracts him while the creature approaches. This one tries to grab Indy, but the dog manages to get away. The creature tries again to catch the dog.
No! No! No!
Who, because of running, manages to escape from the house and goes to help Todd.
Yes! 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 Yes!
At that moment, he hears the grandfather's dog in the basement, who helps him by opening the door. Upon going down, Indy finds the corpse of the grandfather's little dog dead. No! Meanwhile, Todd is in his bed weakened, unable to breathe well. He hears that the creature is coming for him and tries to close the door but can't. Todd stays on the floor, scared. But at that moment, Indy arrives. Todd gets happy and hugs him, apologizing for leaving him outside. And I don't know if you noticed, but now we can see Todd's face and he seems to be fine. But that's because Todd has just died.
What?
Upon realizing it, the creature grabs him and drags him toward a cave that appears in the basement. Indy runs to help him, but the creature closes the door on him. So he quickly runs toward the other entrance before it closes it. Indy, like a total Chad, helps his friend, while the creature comes for them. The dog tries to stop it, but the creature envelops Todd in mud to take him to the cave. Before leaving, Todd tells Indy that he's a good dog, but he can't save him.
You gotta stay here.
Indy looks for a way out, but upon not finding one, he stays there looking at the cave, waiting for Todd to come back. Most likely, that's how the grandfather's dog died. The next morning, Vera finds her brother dead, and Indy in the basement. In tears, she asks him to go with her. At that moment, Indy hears Todd's whistle in the distance.
Let's go.
But the dog decides not to pay attention to it and leaves with Vera, and that is how the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror stories. See you next time.